Glasgow University Riding Club. If you're still with us, yay, thank you. Welcome back to our Yoga for Riders series. This is probably our last video in the series, and this one is kind of a general flow, focusing a little bit on core strength. If you've ever sat on a horse, you know how much power it actually takes, especially from your core, your legs, your whole body to coordinate, to sit and be able to influence the horse. As you know, our series is in support of RDA Glasgow, Riding for the Disabled Association, who offer therapies and riding for people with special needs and disabilities. If you found this series at all helpful, really hope you would consider donating using the Just Giving link in the description. Today we're starting in easy seat, but any cross-legged seat or any seat that feels comfortable for you is fine. And just take a few deep breaths and take time to arrive for your practice. Next inhale, sweep your right arm up and lean over to the left, really inhaling into your side body and exhaling, rooting into the ground with both seat bones. And on the next inhale, switch sides, inhale to stretch up, exhale to lean over to the right this time, filling your left side body up with air and exhaling to root down through your hips. And finally inhaling, let's interlace our fingers, push your palms to the sky, really find length here. And maybe stay for an exhale and another inhale. And finally let your hands fall. Maybe do a little shiggle. From here we're moving to tabletop. Find your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. We're going to do calf stretches. So I'm starting here with my right leg. Just stretch it back with the ball of your foot on the ground and just push your heel backwards. And the second side. Just really push, make yourself longer from your heel to the top of your crown. And tuck your toes and prepare, make sure your posture is good. Exhale to suck in your tummy, and we're just going to lift our knees and inch over the ground, a hovering tabletop. You can experiment with reaching a hand forward, reaching the other hand forward, trying to stay as stable as possible. And then finally release. We're going to step back into downward dog. Keep a generous bend in the knees, take a few deep breaths. Just feel this pose out. Maybe pedal your legs. When you're ready, we're going to move forward to a plank. A yoga plank you keep high up, you want to keep your back straight. We're going to turn over into a side plank. If you want, you can lift your top leg, stretch it out, or place it on your thigh. And just really try to make yourself as long as possible in every direction. Coming back to our forward plank, a breath, and then the second side. Maybe raise your top leg, put it on your thigh, or put it behind you if you need it for balance. It's all good, all development. I'm going to scooch down to a forearm plank, and if it's available to you, you can try it to get into, I think it's a dolphin pose, it's like a downward dog from your forearms. Finally, release down to child's pose. Take a few deep breaths, feel how alive you are. Take a moment to rest, you deserve it. Right. Find some new life in your body. We've rested, we're ready to go. Let's push back on an exhale to downward facing dog. Maybe pedal out the legs a little bit. Going to take our left leg up and back for three-legged dog. And with control, place it between your hands, runner's lunge. On an inhale, arch your back like you're doing cow pose. We're going to do some lunge cat cows. Okay. And on the exhale, going to curve your back, push your hands into the ground, maybe straighten your front leg a little bit, cat. Inhale for cow, and exhale for cat. Just go through this at your own pace with your own breath a few times. And when you're ready, step forward to forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Just push yourself forward off your calves, your shins even. And step right back to downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, your right leg this time. Place the foot between your hands, runner's lunge. Inhale, look forward for a cow. Exhale, push back, push up, push into your space between your shoulder blades for a cat. Inhale for cow. Exhaling to cat. Really explore your range of motion in time with your own breath here. And inhale, step into your forward fold. Maybe shiggle your hips a bit, hang your arms, your elbows, shake your head. And on the next inhale, and halfway lift, push yourself forward off your shins. Exhale down and inhale, sweep your arms up all the way to the sky. And exhale, Tadasana. Just take a moment to stand and feel how you feel. Inhale, sweep your arms up and put them out, like right out to the sides. Let's do a gentle twist to the right. Think about your fingertips. Keep your energy in your fingertips. Inhaling to the center and twisting the other way. Look towards your back fingertips. Keep in mind what's going on with the other fingertips. Pointing to the front of the mat. Return to center. We're going to step our right leg back for warrior 2. So point your back toes out 90 degrees, front toes facing forward. Bend into your front leg and arms stretched out. If you want to, you can turn your palms to face the sky briefly to kind of get your arm alignment, and then turn them back. Really focus on what your fingertips are doing. So lean back for a peaceful warrior. Front hand goes up, the back hand goes down your leg, and we can look at your back toes. Here, going to go into a little half squat, just stretch the inner seams of our legs. Really go into your front leg here. I'm using my elbow to push my knee out, and the other leg is just straight. If you're more flexible, then you can just go down sort of in Malasana style. But we're just playing with the range of motion here. Maybe stretch your hand to the sky. Just see what you can do. Maybe balance, hands at prayer. And when you're ready, come right back up to your forward fold. Inhale, stretch up. And I'm going to step back for the second side. Back toes 90 degrees, front toes forward, and sink into the pose. Think about what your arms are doing, think about what your toes are doing. Push from your back toes all the way to your front hand, and keep breathing deeply. Peaceful warrior, front hand goes up, back hand down your leg, maybe look towards the hand on your leg, and then we come down into a half squat. See what space you can create, maybe with your elbow, keeping your back leg straight. You can come onto your toe, ball of foot if that feels better. Maybe stretch your hand up to the sky. See what you can uncover in your hips. When you're ready, you're going to turn back to the front and step into a forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale down and inhale up again. Really stretch the sky. You can stay where you are. I'm turning to face the front of the mat. We're going to do some figure 4 stretches standing. So bring up, say, your right leg. Put your ankle just above your knee. Flex your foot, keep it active. Maybe bring your hands to prayer. And then slowly sit back for a figure 4 chair. Find a point on the ground you look at. And it's totally fine to just stay sitting back in the figure 4 chair. Here I'm experimenting with going down, maybe hooking your elbow around your foot, and really trying to sit deep down. Just remember to keep breathing. Wherever you end up is fine. If you fall over, wobble, that's fine. Try to come right back up to stand. Well done. And we're just going to go straight into the second side. You can use your hand to place your leg on the other leg, the ankle on the other leg. Here, it's totally fine just to stay here, just sitting back. If you want to, you can move further down like I'm doing. It's just what's available to you. It's fine to wobble, it's fine to fall over. Just keep breathing and just feel the stretch. With control, inhale and slowly come up, put your foot down. Whew, okay, we're going to go to the floor now, so that's the harder part over. I'm just going to go and sit on your knees. You might want to have a cushion under your knees for this part, depending on how your legs feel. Try to straighten your spine so it's a neutral spine. And what you're going to do is take your hands and put them on opposite shoulders, and keeping as straight as possible, try to lean back. This is so hard. If you can't get this far back, that's fine. Just come up and let's sit back on our knees and think about how that felt. This is a great exercise for your core. Coming up again, we'll have another go, see if we get any further. I'll try to tuck my knees, see if it would help. Keep your spine neutral, your back straight as you reach back. Try to lower as far as possible. Keep breathing. Come back up, well done. Sit back down on your knees for a breath or two and just feel that for a moment. From here, we're going to move into half camel. So keeping the feeling you just got, straighten your back into a neutral spine. Maybe reach back with your hand and find your heel. Square your hips, square your shoulders, half camel. Support your back as you inhale and come up. Sit back on your knees for an exhale. Inhale, come back onto the top of your knees. Lean back, keeping that same strong straight core. Maybe find your heel. Other hand goes to the sky. Square your hips, square your shoulders. Just breathe into this arch. And taking a moment to rest on our knees. This time we're going to be going for the full camel. So just keep that feeling of your hands in your back pockets as you come up. Inhale. Push your hips forward. Keep yourself long. Reach back. Maybe you can find both feet. And then just push into that arch you're creating. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. If you can't find your feet, that's totally fine. You can just stay up on the top of your knees. We've inhaled and come down. Maybe sit, jiggle it out. From here, we're just going to roll back to our backs. Maybe bring your knees to your chest and roll around her a bit. Give your lower back a bit of a massage. We're going to settle in for happy baby. Grab the outsides of your feet or the back of your knees if that's what's available to you.
And just try to straighten your spine, pulling your knees towards the ground, pulling your feet towards the ground. And just deep breaths here. It's a nice restorative pose. We can reflect on what's going on. When you're ready, bring your knees to your chest, roll around, give them a squeeze, and finally settle into Shavasana.
You can stay here for as long as you like. Or when you're ready, feel free to come up to sit, roll up to sit. And settle, take a few deep breaths. Thank yourself for taking the time to do this practice. And thank you for being with us through this series. Bit of a new thing for us to do, bit of a new thing for me to do, but I really enjoyed it and I really hope it's helped with your learning. So until next time.